Good evening, welcome to my presentation. Let me start by saying a few words about myself. My name is Neelakanta from Cybersecurity Department of Section A. I'm here today to talk to you about how to create and run Python apps on your Android mobile phone. Is Python suitable for mobile applications? What makes Python so great is its comfort of use and readability and less development time. This is what makes it ideal in the mobile market where time to market is critical to gaining and maintaining a share. Fundamentally, iOS and Android do not support interpreter type languages. It means you can't run the Python app natively. This is why it was not common to create mobile apps for Python earlier. However, things are different now. The emergence of several frameworks. There are a variety of Python GUI frameworks to bridge the gap between the making Python app work natively on mobile devices. There is a difference between the Android apps and iOS app using Python. Works backronym for vestigial output compiler or vexing obtuse compiler make this possible for Android apps. For the iOS app, the steps to build an application for iOS are a bit more complicated than Android. Developers can always use the official Kiwi package documentation for the latest information on iOS development using Python. For Android apps, it is the part of Beware suite and allows you to access Java native objects like Python, implement Java interfaces in Python process and subclass and Java class. It will enable you to write mobile application directly to Android's native API. For the iOS apps, the process usually involves setting up a Python environment, encoding the application with Python or Kiwi package, and deploying it with Xcode. Kiwi. Kiwi employs an innovative UI. UI means it's a user interface like a multi-touch app as an open source Python library for fast app development. GPU acceleration, cross platform, and business. The framework relies on various Python libraries including PIL, GStreamer, and Caro. Here we see the example of the Kiwi package installer, and second one Beware. It is for Android application. Beware is used to develop and deploy native application in Python. It also comes with Toga, an OS native, Python native, and cross-platform. GUI is a toolkit Android in Beware. In addition, the Beware toolkit contains Rubicon Java, which is a library for working with Java libraries using Python code. The briefcase is another tool for packaging and shipping Python projects to end user as deliverables. Here is an example for Beware. Python for Android. It is the tool for making Python work with Android. Its primary function is to create a project folder that contains all the tools needed to launch the mobile app. This folder consists of various libraries such as Kiwi, Pygame, and SDL. The folder also includes the Java loader, an intermediary between Kiwi and OS. You can then add your scripts to use Android NDK to compile your application of Python. And the next one, PyJNIUS, is a framework designed to provide the interaction between the Python and Android API. Practicing this API Developers can obtain information from various parts of your mobile device, such as vibration, pause, restart, or switch off. And the fifth one is PYQT5. It is the set. It is the set, and it is organized around the Qt framework, a cross-platform framework for creating many applications for a variety of platforms. And this package comprises a complete set of Python wrappers based on v5, the latest version of Qt application framework. Similar to the Qt5 framework, PYQ Qt5 is a full cross-platform. By holding control of PYQ T5, developers can build applications for Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, and other platforms. And Tkinter. Tkinter is often referred to as the preferred GUI toolkit by most Python developers. It was created to provide modern developers with a standard TKGUI toolkit bound to the Python interface. In the world of Tkinter, most of the visual elements we know are called widgets, and each widget provides varying degree of customization. Tkinter is embedded in the Python installer for all major current operating systems like OS, Windows, Android, or iOS, and provides several common elements that we believe you are familiar with. And the seventh one is Falcon. Falcon, a high performance and secure Python network framework, produces wide application backends and microservices. Falcon application runs on any ASGI or WSGI server and run on YPY version, Python version above 3.5 or C Python version above 3.5. Additionally, Falcon has an extensible code base and is optimized. Falcon provides intuitive routing including REST inspired resource clauses and URI templates. It also offers easy access to headers and bodies through request and response clauses. Falcon enables rapid unit testing via WSGI helper. It also handles dry request processing via middleware components and hooks. And the last one is Cherry PY, the object oriented web framework created in the Python is Cherry PY. You can create a web app application in the same way you can make other object oriented Python programs. This tool can also run various HTTP servers at once. It is also known for its flexible plugin system. In addition, tools such as encoding, caching, authentication, static content, and sessions are built in. Cherry PY has built in support for coverage, profiling, and testing. It works with Python 2.7 above version or 3.5 above version for Android and Jython. And finally, the Python applications is quite versatile. There are a few things developers must keep in mind while using it for web development or app development. It has a dynamic code to evaluate the expression. That means the interpreter searches for variables in current block and all functions. The problem is that each word must be validated in all possible contexts. Lambda functions are limited in Python. They can only contain one statement at a time and need to be written on a single line. That means, unlike regular functions, they cannot use explicit return statement. Python practices an editor rather than a compiler. If the app has an error, it will only be revealed during execution itself. Therefore, the speed decreases and various tests must be created. And here you see that Python practices an editor rather than a compiler. If the app has an error, it will be execute there itself. Therefore, the speed decreases. Okay, thank you.